Hey, 10K program. I want to talk to you today about a book that has changed my life. It's the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. If you want a copy of it, let me know. I'll be happy to send you one. Look, there are so many times in our life when we limit ourselves. We limit ourselves by our own numbers. We limit ourselves by our belief. I want to talk to you today about the law of large numbers. Check this out. When you have to set a sales goal, let's say your goal is to sell, to make 10 sales this month. 10 sales, right? So, not a bad goal, not a great one, but not a bad one either. So you set out, you say, okay, 10 sales. Now, for you to make 10 sales, you know that you sell out of every, let's say, 2 appointments, you get 1. So 50% closing rate, which by the way is really powerful. So you have a 50% closing rate. Now, how many calls do you have to make to get that appointment? Let's say you have to make 3 phone calls to get 1 appointment, which means to get 1 sale, you have to make 6 calls. Follow the math. 3 calls, 1 appointment. 2 appointments equals a sale. So 2 appointments times 3 is 6. 6 calls, 6 leads. So now you say, okay, if I make 6 calls, I get 1 sale. I want to get 10 sales for the month. I'm working 30 days a month, right? Which means I have to make a total of 10 times 6 is 60 calls, 2 a day. 2 calls a day. So that doesn't seem bad at all, right? 2 calls a day to get 10 sales, and 10 sales is going to really drive your business, especially in the network marketing business. That's going to crush it. So 2, well, that's easy. That's also easy to fail on because the number is so small. You think, I'll just catch it tomorrow. Here's my challenge to you, and here's what Grant Cardone said. This is the game changer, really. Take that number, take the small number that you need to take your goals, which in this case would be the 2 calls per day to get to the 10 sales. Take that number and add a 0 to it. Make 20 calls. Make 20 calls a day. Or send 20 texts, or send 20 Facebook messages, or ask for 20 different referrals. You're like, whoa, that's too many, man. I can't do that. Here's what happens, though. Here's what happens when you make that your goal. Your mindset changes. The game changes, right? Because now you have to think, okay, how am I going to get that many people in my pipeline? How am I going to get that many numbers? Now you're thinking on a much larger scale. Now, what happens if you just miss the goal where you added a 0? What happens? So let's say you were going and you said, if I make 2 calls a day, I get 10 sales. What happens if you take that number and you get as close as you can to the 20, and by that, using the same math, you get close to an average of 100 sales for that month? What happened to your goal of 10? You crushed it. You crushed it. Here's the thing. When you set that number to a 10x of whatever your goal is, when you add the 0, you change the game. You change your mindset. You make it almost impossible not to hit your goal. You make it so ridiculously easy to hit your bare minimum goal when you 10x it. It becomes almost ridiculous. I can't wait to talk to you more about this 10x rule, but here's my thought for today. My thought for today is, what can you do to take it to the next level? Why are you playing small? And I'm not saying that to be negative or cutting to you. I'm saying that for you to ask yourself, why am I playing small? Because at the end of the day, you and only you are responsible for your success. We've got a great team around you. We are about to crush it right now. We're doing great. You have an accountability team that surrounds you right now. Unlimited resources for knowledge and help and accountability. Why play at a small level? That's what the 10K program is all about. It's about playing at a large level, playing it fast so that we meet our goals. 10x your goals, 10x your life, make it happen.